Hey, what's up, everybody? Back with another video from Kiev. So right now, I will tell you this is a impromptu video. I actually have to be at an appointment in 30 minutes, but I just read something online and I wanted to put this out to you guys. I wish I had time to go more in depth and do a regular video where I could do some, screenshots of some documentation things, but I don't. So here it is. So great news coming out of the U.S. today. U.S. Congress just leahy vetted the Azov brigade. What does this mean? So there is an old act called the Leahy Act that was named after Senator Leahy, which was introduced several years ago and has been applied to the Department of Defense policy since 1999. This states that the U.S. and Department of Defense is not allowed to aid any partner nation that has been accused of war crimes, crimes against humanity, or anything like this. So how does this pertain to Azov? So in 2017 or 18, I believe, Azov battalion was named in the National Defense Authorization Act every year, and the Leahy Amendment, Leahy Law, was used as an excuse not to supply arms to Azov. So in case you didn't notice, this entire time, Azov Brigade has not been receiving military or arms from the U.S. So in my video I did a couple of years ago where I explained what Azov was, I talked to you about how in 2013, February, March, Azov was founded. The first commander, Andriy Beletsky, left in August 2014, and then in November 2014, it was assimilated into the National Guard and promoted from battalion to regiment. So last year, a year and a half ago, it actually was promoted to a brigade within the Armed Forces of Ukraine. So part of the problem with this wording that came into the National Defense Authorization Act, like I said, this wording was added in 2017 or 2018, but it specifically mentioned the Azov Battalion, which did not exist as an entity and hasn't existed since an entity, the battalion, since 2014. I tried to explain to some of you in the video where I talked about Azov and said this is not just, it's not just wording, it's not nitpicking, it actually, there's a difference because back up until November 2014, Azov was a paramilitary unit. It was an all-volunteer unit that was not under any type of regulation or control of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. And so every year, as the National Defense Authorization Act was pending approval in Congress, this antiquated language that talked about the Azov Battalion stayed in there, and every year they use this as an excuse not to fund one of the best fighting units in Ukraine. So, like I said, today, and I've seen it in, this is why I wanted to be able to do some screenshots. So I've seen it in Washington Post, Time Magazine, Fox News, I think Reuters. So it's out today. You can literally Google Azov Leahy, L-E-A-H-Y, vetted, and you can read all these. So what effects is this going to have? I think this is going to have outstanding effects, twofold. One of the best fighting units in the Ukrainian military will now be able to get weapons directly, better, more modern weapons and equipment directly from the U.S., as where they weren't allowed to use it before. So that's going to help. And two, and equally as important, I think, all this Russian propaganda and all the online trolls that are always talking about Ukrainian Nazis, this proves that all their trolling and their language is 100% bullshit, because the U.S. Congress and international partners did this entire Leahy vetting process and found that the Azov Brigade, as it is today, as an official unit in the Ukrainian military, did not violate any Leahy laws, nor has it been accused of them by anyone outside of Russia. So now as we look, we have the airplanes starting to come in, jets starting to come in. Now we're going to have Azov, one of the best ground fighting units, armed to the teeth. The ground's getting hard again for the summer, which means tanks can roll, and hopefully the pilots were put through combined maneuver training. And so all this coming together, I'm pretty excited. Looking forward to the results this may produce, and I'm just excited. Like, this is the happiest I've been in a while, because this is something I've been personally emailing my senators and other personnel who sit on the Armed Services Committee and members of the Department of Defense. So this is a personal fight that I've been involved with for going on 2 years now. So a lot people way up, a lot higher ahead of me, up above me, were doing the brunt of this fight, but I was trying to do my part as well. So it's nice to see the fruition of all of our efforts come together. So outstanding news. Wish I had more time to do a proper video. I don't. I will be doing a couple of videos here shortly. I just got back from over out of the country, so I've got a little time off. So I'll be producing some more content. But I just wanted to get this out to you guys, and good things are going to come. Slava Ukraini.